Hey, Steelers Nation. We are diving deep today into the heart of what has been one of the most fascinating stories of this season, the evolution of the Pittsburgh Steelers offensive line. Now, we all know that an offensive line is only as strong as the cohesion of its five pieces. Each man has to understand his role and trust the man next to him. And when that trust is built, the results can be extraordinary. It is not just about individual talent. It is about the chemistry, the instinctive coordination, and the ability to adjust on the fly under extreme pressure. Over the past few weeks, we have seen this unit transform from a group struggling to maintain consistency into one of the more reliable lines in the league, a shift that is crucial for the Steelers' playoff hopes. Statistics can often tell part of the story, but they never capture the full narrative of what is happening in the trenches. Numbers like pressures allowed or sacks given up are important, but they do not account for the mental and physical strain of holding the line for nearly 600 pass plays in a single season. Yet, when you combine these numbers with context, the picture becomes more impressive. This season, the Steelers finished 8th among all 32 NFL teams in cumulative offensive line performance, which is a testament to the progress made despite injuries, lineup changes, and moments where the coaching staff had to improvise with unconventional formations just to protect the quarterback. This ranking is far from the bottom, and it highlights that the group has learned to adapt and overcome adversity, even in situations that seemed almost impossible just a few months ago. Early in the season, there were games where the offensive line had to function with extra bodies on the field in a makeshift alignment, and it was anything but smooth. Veteran players had to cover for others, and backup linemen were thrust into positions they had not played consistently. These moments were humbling, not only for the players but for the coaching staff, as they saw firsthand the consequences of lacking continuity. Despite that, the line persevered. By mid-season, they began to find rhythm and a level of cohesion that allowed the quarterback to operate with greater confidence. Quick passes and well-timed handoffs became effective because the line was finally in sync, understanding not just the play design, but also the nuances of how each man moved in tandem with the others. Individually, there have been standout performers, and each player has contributed to the unit's collective success. Some analytics services highlight certain linemen based on numerical performance, such as pass blocking grades or efficiency metrics. While these figures offer insight, they sometimes conflict with what the players and coaches experience firsthand on the field. For instance, while one source labeled a particular tackle as the weakest link, teammates consistently praised him as the glue holding the line together. It is a reminder that numbers cannot fully capture leadership, communication, and the intangible aspects that make an offensive line click. In the locker room and on the practice field, respect and trust often matter more than any grading system. Watching the film tells a story beyond statistics. There are moments of brilliance that illustrate just how far this line has come. Watching a guard drive a defender 17 yards downfield on the sideline, or seeing a tackle clear two defenders to create a touchdown lane, highlights the kind of dominance that is often overlooked. These plays are the product of preparation, instinct, and the ability to anticipate both the defender's moves and the quarterback's intentions. When every player knows his assignment and trusts his teammates to execute theirs, the results can be spectacular, turning routine runs into explosive plays and giving the offense a significant edge. Injuries, of course, are an ever-present concern. A key player suffering a neck or back injury raises immediate red flags, not only for the individual's career, but also for the entire unit's rhythm. Recovery and conditioning are critical, and the Steelers have shown a methodical approach to keeping their linemen healthy while maintaining performance. Decisions on contract options or starting roles often hinge on these factors, and the organization has to weigh experience against physical readiness. Yet, the adaptability of the line allows them to absorb these challenges without collapsing under pressure, showing a resilience that speaks volumes about the culture the coaching staff has instilled. Beyond the offensive line, other units have contributed to the Steelers' recent successes. The defense, for example, has been strategic in managing key matchups, prioritizing specific players for certain sequences and demonstrating the depth of the roster. Young players have made critical contributions, showing poise under pressure, and the veterans have provided steady leadership. Even when snap counts are limited, these players make a significant impact, registering sacks or pressures that change the momentum of games. The combination of strategy, preparation, and execution is what allows the Steelers to compete at a high level week in and week out. What is particularly impressive is the mental toughness displayed by the team. Players who might have seen limited time earlier in the season step onto the field and deliver game-changing plays without hesitation. They do not complain about rotations, injuries, or coaching decisions. Instead, they focus on the task at hand, contributing wherever they are needed. This attitude exemplifies the culture of accountability and team-first mentality that has become a hallmark of Pittsburgh football. Young players understand that preparation and focus will earn them opportunities, and the team as a whole benefits from this mindset because it creates a competitive environment where every snap matters. This culture is evident in how the offensive line approaches its assignments. There is less chaos now, less need to cover for mistakes or adjust for inconsistencies. Each player can concentrate on his immediate task, knowing that the man next to him will do the same. This clarity translates into execution, and it allows the team to attempt more aggressive plays, knowing the line can protect the quarterback or open running lanes effectively. It is this evolution from reactive to proactive play that distinguishes an ordinary line from an extraordinary one, and the Steelers have shown glimpses of that transformation. Even as we analyze stats and watch film, the human element cannot be ignored. Communication, leadership, and on-field chemistry define success as much as physical strength or technique. Linemen who inspire confidence in their teammates create opportunities that extend beyond their individual contributions. In Pittsburgh, this leadership comes from multiple players, each bringing unique strengths and experience. When they unite under a shared purpose, the results are evident not only in victories, but also in the way the offense flows and adapts during the game. These intangible qualities are the foundation of a line that can dominate opponents and give a team a real chance to compete deep into the postseason. As the season progresses, attention will turn to strategic decisions and personnel management. Players recovering from injuries, emerging stars, and veteran contributions all factor into the Steelers' ability to maintain consistency. The coaching staff faces the challenge of balancing risk and reward, ensuring that the offensive line remains cohesive while maximizing talent across the roster. Every snap, every adjustment, and every communication counts. The evolution of this line demonstrates that resilience, preparation, and unity are more important than raw statistics, and that the path to success requires both physical and mental excellence. The recent performances of individual linemen, combined with the unit's overall cohesion, show a group that has grown into its potential. Plays that once would have failed are now executed with precision, highlighting both talent and teamwork. The Steelers' offensive line is no longer merely a protective shield. It has become an active force, shaping the success of the offense and enabling dynamic plays. This transformation is not just measured in numbers or rankings, but in the confidence and performance of the team as a whole. Week after week, fans have witnessed a unit that learns, adapts, and elevates the play of those around it, setting the stage for what could be a defining postseason run. As the Steelers continue their journey through the season, the spotlight naturally shifts to the players who are quietly shaping the outcome of games. While the offensive line has earned its share of attention, it is impossible to overlook the defensive players who step up at crucial moments. Take, for instance, a linebacker who sees limited snaps early in the season, but then delivers a series of game-changing plays when called upon. These moments are a testament not only to raw talent, but also to preparation, understanding the opponent's tendencies, and the willingness to execute without hesitation. The impact of such plays cannot be fully captured in statistics alone. They shift momentum, energize teammates, and create opportunities for the offense to capitalize. One player in particular has exemplified this balance of patience and explosiveness. When his number is called, he delivers immediately, whether it is rushing the passer or disrupting a key run. Even with limited time on the field, his ability to make decisive, high-impact plays shows that preparation and focus often outweigh sheer volume of participation. It is this mindset that allows a team like the Steelers to maintain high performance despite injuries or rotations. Every player knows that the opportunity to shine is earned through dedication, film study, and trust in the coaching plan. The result is a collective effort where individual brilliance amplifies the effectiveness of the unit as a whole. Meanwhile, on the offensive side, the running backs are thriving because of the improvements along the line. When the linemen create consistent lanes and execute blocks with precision, the backs can read the defense and accelerate through gaps with confidence. Touchdowns that might have seemed improbable earlier in the season are now routine, because the synergy between linemen and runners has reached a new level. The coordination required for these plays is immense. Each block must be executed flawlessly, timing must be perfect, and every movement of the defenders anticipated. Watching these plays unfold demonstrates why offensive line cohesion is often the invisible engine behind every successful rushing attack. Quarterback play, of course, benefits directly from this stability. The ability to hold the pocket, extend plays, and deliver accurate passes is intertwined with the performance of the line. Quick reads, clean throws, and the occasional improvisation are only possible when the quarterback trusts that his blockers will protect him long enough to execute. This trust is earned through repetition, communication, and experience. Over the season, we have seen the quarterback operate with increasing confidence, knowing that each man on the line is prepared, aware, and aligned in purpose. This growing trust transforms the offense, allowing for more creative play calling and a greater ability to exploit mismatches. The Steelers' coaching staff deserves recognition for fostering this development. Adjustments made mid-season, whether in technique, alignment, or personnel rotations, demonstrate a commitment to both strategy and player growth. Emphasis on fundamentals, attention to detail in film study, and personalized coaching for each position have allowed individual players to maximize their potential. At the same time, the staff ensures that the unit functions as a cohesive whole, understanding that even one missed assignment can compromise an entire play. This balance of individual focus and team cohesion is central to Pittsburgh's recent improvements and will continue to be a critical factor in the postseason. Defense and special teams also play a pivotal role in supporting the overall team performance. When the defensive front stops a critical run or pressures the quarterback into a hurried throw, the offense benefits indirectly, gaining opportunities in field position and momentum. Special teams make equally important contributions, whether through key tackles, blocking schemes, or the occasional return that flips the field. The interconnectedness of these units means that success in one area can influence outcomes elsewhere, emphasizing that football is ultimately a game of collaboration, precision, and timing. Another fascinating aspect of this season has been the emergence of young talent stepping into high-pressure roles. Rookies and second-year players are learning the nuances of professional play while simultaneously being tested in critical situations. Some of these young athletes have already made pivotal contributions, demonstrating poise and skill that belie their experience. They're not simply filling gaps. They're making defining plays that alter the trajectory of games. Their development is accelerated by the mentorship of veteran teammates who provide guidance, support, and example both on and off the field. This blend of youth and experience gives the Steelers a dynamic advantage, combining energy with wisdom and instinct with preparation. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL rumor mill is spinning at full speed, and one name has suddenly taken center stage: Lazard. Around league circles, the word is that the wide receiver is essentially locked in as a new Pittsburgh Steeler, a move that would add size, experience, and physicality to an offense looking for a more imposing presence on the outside. While nothing has been officially announced, multiple signals point to Pittsburgh having done most of the heavy lifting behind the scenes. Lazard's profile fits neatly into what the Steelers are believed to be seeking. He is not just a pass catcher, but a receiver known for his blocking, toughness, and ability to work in contested situations. For a team trying to redefine its offensive identity with more balance and grit, Lazard represents more than just another target. He represents a stylistic choice. Sources close to the situation suggest that internal confidence in Pittsburgh is high, with the belief that the agreement is essentially closed, pending only final formalities. However, as often happens in the AFC North, the story refuses to be that simple. The Baltimore Ravens are rumored to be making a late, aggressive push, attempting a classic last-second hijack, known for opportunistic moves and a willingness to strike when rivals appear comfortable. Baltimore is said to be exploring ways to change Lazard's mind with a revised pitch and potentially improved terms. The idea of snatching a player from a direct division rival only adds fuel to the speculation. From Lazard's perspective, the decision carries layers beyond money. Opportunity, role definition, and the chance to be a central piece rather than a complementary option all factor heavily. Pittsburgh can reportedly offer a clearer path to relevance within the offense, while Baltimore's interest may hinge on flexibility and matchup-specific usage. For now, the prevailing belief around the league is that the Steelers remain in pole position. Still, until pen meets paper, the Ravens' shadow looms large, threatening to turn a done deal into one of the offseason's most dramatic twists. In the AFC North, nothing is truly settled until it's official. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Pittsburgh Steelers, make sure to subscribe to Steelers Nation Central and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.